Scuti's grandpa in chat saying go Scuti. Looks like we got it ready from both players. Good luck and have fun, y'all. I'll count you down for game number 1 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. We got a Z, we got a bar. This is the classic Tetris League, and I am Arbaro. Got a 4-match slate for you, and we got a banger right off the bat. On the left side of the screen, out of the United States of America, NTSCPB of 12.4 million. 3-time defending champion of the Classic Tetris League. 4-time CTM Masters event winner, including the last 3 in a row. The accolades keep piling up for him. He is Blue Scuti. A little bit of a take here to start things off. NEK0 gonna get the Vits. He knows Jasmine is in chat. On the right side of your screen, out of the Russian Federation, NTSCPB of 6.24 million points. Current champion of Russia. Very kind of one of the, I would say, rookies of the year of 2024. Vastly improved over the course of that year. He's looking to build on that momentum. Huge games recently. One to keep an eye on if your eye isn't already firmly affixed to him. He is NEK0. He's currently leading by about a little under 2 Tetrises, 161 to 146 after that latest Tetris from Scuti. People in chat talking about breakfast cereal. I have Raisin Bran every morning because I'm boring. Grandpa gotta talk to that kid. Whatever happened to good old bowl of Fruit Loops? Yeah, Fruit Loops are weird. They kind of hurt the top of my mouth a little bit. Anyway. A little bit of awkward RNG. Both players digging as a result. Actually, Scuti isn't really digging. He's getting a couple nice tucks. NEK0's almost out of the situation. There's a lot more. There's a Tetris for Scuti. He's going to catch up. We are more or less tied up at the moment. 217 to 213. Could sure to be fed cereal. I was fed cereal as a kid, and I came out fine. That's a kid that woke up 15 minutes ago. Yeah, he's wearing it well. It's Sunday morning, you know. You can sleep in on Sunday morning, especially if you're the defending CTO champion. Gonna get a dirty Tetris 3 off the bottom. We're a little under halfway to 19. 288 for Blue Scuti, 283 for NEK0. Both players continuing to maintain their pace and kind of approximate lead. RG not exactly being super kind, but they're making lemons out of lemonade here. Good morning. I am going back to bed. Prince Squirrely saying, you know what, this is too early. It is 9 a.m. Yeah, I definitely had the urge to go back to bed after this because I had a few friends over last night. They didn't really leave till like 1 a.m., which is fine. But you know, Saturday night, you know, that's the sort of thing that happens Saturday night. You hang out with your friends and you have a good time. 402 for Scuti, 361 for NEK0. Scuti has developed a bit of a lead here. A little under 2 Tetrises, which you can read. Using an amazing tool called Restreamed. Restreamed has a lot of great features. I will say this because I will probably complain about it later. Scuti up high, not really getting great pieces for it. He will delay reopening the well because he knows he can play up this high. Gets that square all the way over on like row 17 or something like that. So he's playing up very high. Both players kind of, I wouldn't exactly say it's a drought, but did not get a lot of bars there and kind of pushing the limits of level 18. Scuti holding on to this lead, a Tetris or so. We're 100 lines in. 457 for NEK0, 500,000 for Scuti. So I guess it's closer to 2 Tetrises. NEK0 with some lines in pocket though. so closer when it comes to pace. We're hitting 19 soon-ish. Both of Scuti's grandparents in chat. Always great to see y'all. Scuti's grandpa in particular has been a big fan of Tetris in general. Does not exclusively watch Scuti's matches. Honestly, that's true for a lot of Scuti's relatives, including Oma Red Star in chat. It's a huge shout out to y'all. Really appreciate your support. Scuti's going to go in with a 638, so pretty hefty transition, all things considered. NEK0 isn't going to be too shabby here either. There's a couple weird RNG sequences there during 18, so they both handled them like pros, which they are. At least semi-pros. I don't know if anyone's actually paying the bills using Tetris. I guess there's like, you could pay, they're probably making enough money to like pay the electric bill, you know? It's like semi-pro. $6.99 for Blue Scuti. NEK0's going to go in, has a 623. I think he's grabbed another Tetris since transitioning to 19. So when he on the bar, he ain't coming. There it is. There's two in a row, in fact. Jasmine saying nice Vits. I believe there was one on NEK0's side. Didn't call it out because I know Jasmine's in chat and she's going to help out with that. Cut to say, I agree with so many of NEK0's placements. I'm surprised he's behind in pace. Yeah, I think that's just... There's a couple little slowdowns that I think Scuti got out of a little bit quicker. He's not too far behind in pace. Actually, I don't think he's behind in pace at all right now. Into level 22, Scuti into 23 now. He's going to Tetris, goes up to 869. NEK0 at 807, so both players really turning it on here so far in post. Rodri saying, in many countries, Scuti can live off of his CTM cash prizes. Yeah, I would say even if he's getting enough money for it, there's a lot of variance in prize pool money, you know? So, like, he's probably getting enough money where, like, in some places he can live off of it, but you do need it to be consistent. Got a close one here. Less than a Tetris separate the two. NEK0 with a level of lines in pocket, so he has the pace lead. 999 for Scuti, going to max out with that single. Goes into 26. 982 for NEK0. He's going to max out with that Tetris going into 25, so NEK0's pace lead keeps building. Scuti is set up center well, waiting for the bar. One off the bottom, there it is. Going to start thinking about transitioning soon as he Tetrises into 27 at 1069. NEK0 now has the real-time lead as well as the pace lead, 1077. He has turned it on. Both players having a great post, though. Right now, NEK0 is killing it. Scuti's capture a little bit awkward here on 27. He's going to Tetris into 28, though. Both players with a 1.1 now. The NEK0's board a little bit awkward, not really where he wants to see his board fall apart. He's also kind of a little bit of a 27 capture issue. This level is difficult on the... Okay, never mind, it's not falling apart. Just a capture issue. Lombard Tetris for NEK0, gonna go into 1.2. And he's at the beginning of 28. Scuti has got it to 29 with an 1170. Doesn't quite get that L all the way over. Going to get this stack down. 5 tap of the bar. NEK0 with a slight real-time lead, huge pace lead, but he's set up center well. He needs a bar. He's trying to go into 29 with a Tetris. Scuti, 1258 for NEK0. He's up high, or somewhat high. This is survivable, but only just. He needs something to that left side. Gotta get the 5 tap. Incredible stuff. Lombard's Tetris, beautiful survival for NEK0. Scuti is at 1293, trying to get this stack down. Will do so, but he's losing even more pace. NEK0 is killing it. Scuti does have the real-time lead now, 1342 to 1320. Lombard Tetris for NEK0. He's going to take the lead back. NEK0 more than 10 lines in pocket. Couple misdraws from Scuti. We're getting deeper into 29 spades here. And Scuti trying to get cleaned up. fairly high, getting the 5 tabs. So Lombard Dirty Tetris, 4 off the bottom. NEK0 is set up. No real problems for his. He will enter a small dig himself. Both players playing 29 like it's nothing right now. NEK0 holding on to a real-time lead. Gets another Tetris. Scuti set up high. I think he knows he needs to squeeze every Tetris he can out of this. He's setting up. He's foregoing a lot of triple opportunities. And he needs a bar. He needs a bar right now. He's set up. He's not going to get it. He's going to top out a 15.05. Lombard Tetris for NEK0. He's going to roll over. He's only at level 35. He's going for it because he's mullining. Not going to get the bar, but that's fine because he has taken game number 1. Excellent game for both players, but NEK0 really turning it on during post. Excellent kill screen battle. GG's. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. ZNS will start things off. Believe it or not, according to the Classic Tetris match database, these players have only met once before. That was last season of CTL. Scuti took that one in a sweep, but we already know that will not be the result of this one. After an excellent game 1 from NEK0. NEK0 needs a bar. There we go. Gonna get the Tetris. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday so far. Got a really cool slate of matches today, so you're getting a couple awkward S's and Z's. So I'm gonna take a few burns as a result. NEK0 going to Tetris, make up the deficit. We're more or less tied up. I have Sodium versus Maisie. A couple big Div 2 matches after that. We have Toby facing Hydrant Dude, the world famous Hydrant Dude, as well as Small Jordan. Both players running into an awkward sequence of pieces. Scuti's going to Tetris one off the bottom. NEK0 now clean. He's going to Tetris as well. So far, so good. Approaching the halfway point to 19. About 10 lines away. NEK0 is at 261. Scuti is at 262 after that latest Tetris. They are separated by 7 points. Realizing both players have pushed down at least 1 point. I normally just don't look at the last digit. Famously, I'm waging my personal war against the last 3 digits of a NES Tetris score. A little bit of awkwardness from NEK0 here. Set up 2 off the bottom now. So just saying, nice well transfers from Scuti. Yeah, he knows that he's just like holding out for just the perfect moment to move things over. It's really cool how players think of ways to optimize their game on 18 especially, you know, when you have a little bit more time to react. I think I was listening to Cobra talk about this a bit. Right now, CTM is doing their Faster Masters tournament. And one of the surprising things is that a lot of players, including some very good ones, are topping out on 19. Now I think part of that is just, you know, when you see an 18 star game and it ends on 19, it doesn't really seem as bad because they've been playing for a while. Whereas, you know, if it starts on 19, you're seeing it top out, you know, seeing the game end like 3 minutes in. It's a little bit jarring. But I also, you know, 18 kind of gives the players a little bit of a time for them to, you know, reset their stacking, how they're thinking about the game. Giving them a little bit of a break so that they can, you know, play 19 and 29 more effectively. So like, even if you're not a fan of watching 18, it does a lot to make the game overall more exciting. We're over 100 lines in. No real slowdowns to speak of lately for either player. 486 for Blue Scuti, 498 for NEK0. NEK0 quite high. Going somewhat aggressively here. Need something to that left side. Going to get it in the form of a bar. Some very aggressive play from NEK0, but looks like he knows his limits. Lombard Tetris, he's going to take a lead. A little bit of awkwardness from Scuti. About 10 lines away for the transition. Gerald Freeman saying, hi, welcome to chat. Hi, Gerald. Good to see you. Top players are bad at adaptation. NEK0 has gotten in at 580. 980 would be an impossible transition. I think some players are really good at adapting, but I think it varies by the person. 549 is the transition score for Scuti, so NEK0 going in with a Tetris and a half lead, I believe, real time. That is honestly true. Yeah. I mean, because you're, you know, honing on, you know, like really particular skills. You spend a lot of time practicing those. There's a tuck from NEK0. He has a hole in his stack. Trying to get it burnt out here. Give Scuti a bit of a chance to eat into this lead. What's adaptation, Tetris? Trebus, hello. I guess in this case, Gerald is referring to you know, just changes in the format of the game. Both players clean now. 660 for Scuti, 726 for NEK0. Scuti with a few lines in pocket. So knock a Tetris or two off that lead. Well, now you can see it more clearly. Gerald saying, that's why I won a lot in 2023. Everyone struggled when switching to 39 cap and I didn't change my playstyle much. Good to see ya. Lombard Tetris for NEK0. Only having to take a few burns during that drought, question mark. Kept saying it's good to misdrop on purpose in practice. I feel like, yeah, I can see that. My dad keeps talking about, he grew up in Massachusetts and his driver's ed teacher, you know, they have the little break in your, you know, in driver's ed, they have the special cars where like there's a brake on the passenger side, and his driver's ed instructor would like purposefully put him in situations where he was skidding, which kind of feels like the same thing but way more dangerous because you're in a car. Like, I think that's grossly irresponsible. But anyway, NEK0 is maxed out. Lombard Tetris goes up to 1044. Scuti's at 974. Kind of a little bit of an awkward stack either in the middle. Gonna get a few burns. Has a Lombard dependency. Both players having a little bit of a calibration issues on level 27. So your stacks don't really look like this. NEK0's going to go into 28 with a 1054. Lombard Tetris. Scuti's going to max at 1025. Yeah, it's weird because usually... Okay, anyway, I'm going to stop yapping for a second because NEK0 has transitioned into 29. 1125 for him. He's set up, waiting for the bar. Both these players, some of the best in the biz when it comes to 29 play. A little bit of a mischief there from NEK0. Blue Scuti go in with a 1042, but he didn't quite get that J all the way over. Having a few misdrops. Lombard Tetris for NEK0 goes up to 1249. 1065 for Blue Scuti. He's got a, I don't know if that was an overshift or undershift, but the bar did not want to go in column 2. It doesn't matter. He's going to get the Tetris. 1120 for Scuti. 1301 for NEK0. NEK0 taking a few burns, but he has been pretty efficient here in post. 1350 for NEK0. 1136 for Scuti. Scuti setting up column 1. Left well, gonna get it. She's looking for another bar. He's set up column 2. Trying to get this burnt down, will do so, but NEK0 just laying it on. 1408. 6 Tetris lead. 20,000 points. Scuti kind of running out of room here, especially if NEK0 keeps just absolutely tearing this game apart. 1542. Only a couple Tetrises away from back-to-back rollovers. Might have cursed it a little bit. I'm going to misdrop a couple S's. Up to level 36. Scuti at 1369. NEK0's board falling apart. 1550. He's getting it down low. Doesn't quite get that Z all the way over. Needs a bar right now. Gets it, but it's only a single. He's in trouble. He's going to top out at 1558. Scuti, you are in a chase down. You need 1559 to take it. 1559. Gets that bar square over. Can't really see what's going on fully. That's a Tetris. 1517. Going to go into 28 with a 1525. Only one more Tetris needed, and he's set up for it. As long as the bar comes, there it is. Lombard Tetris. That's the game. Scuti will take it on 38. Didn't have a whole lot of room to get it done, but he will do so. Beautiful stuff. Great game number 2. We're tied up. What a piece. GG's. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Got an S and a J to start things off. We're tied up. What a piece. This has been an excellent match so far. Game 1 saw NEK0 develop quite a bit of a lead before both players crashed out on a drought late in post. Game 2 saw Blue Scuti needing pretty much until the very end of 38 to chase down NEK0's score. Canadian morning to you. I was watching hockey last night. The US played Canada in the Four Nations Cup, I believe it's called. Went to in Seattle, there's like the Kraken Community Iceplex. It's where the Seattle Kraken ice hockey team plays their, has their offices and practices. But it also, they have a little restaurant in there. So we went there and watched the hockey game with a few friends. And they also have, in that restaurant, they have just huge windows facing the rinks. So while we're watching, the US and Canadian teams play, so NEK0's up a little high here. Ooh, blocks the wall before the bar comes. Going to get 2 in a row. Had to Aki bar the first one. Second one got over in time though, so he's going to be okay. Yeah, we were watching that, and while we were watching the US-Canada game on TV, you just look out and see these tiny little kids playing hockey, and it's cute because they're dressed like hockey players because they are hockey players, but they're small. They're cute. Okay, anyway. Blue Scuti's up by a Tetris, though NEK0 has a Tetris of lines in pocket, so it's a tie game, honestly. 2 points separate the two. We're about 45 lines in. Let me catch up on chat here. Hi, Unskill. Hector saying 7:39 p.m. Yeah, this is a great time for matches of for one player from Europe, one player from America. You see that a lot. I think that's the big reason, other than this when I'm free. The big reason why I like this Sunday morning time slot. I like it when we come together as an international community. NEK0 up by about a Tetris. We're pretty much tied up when it comes to pace. We're about halfway to 19. Oh, we lost. Yeah. The fights. No. There are 3 fights in the first 9 seconds of the game. Very much a heated environment because, you know, U.S. and Canada, huge hockey rivals. U.S. ended up winning 3-1, but one of those goals was an empty netter at the end. Canada played very well. One of the people I watched it with was, you know, from Canada, so she was a little sad, question mark. Didn't seem too reactive about it, but that might just be a sign of emotional maturity. Lombard Tetris for Scuti goes up to 416. NEK0 at 458. Both players kind of pacing a little bit. Hello. Tetris Genesis is kind of fire. It's cool to see more Tetris side events at Smash tourneys. Is Genesis okay? As someone who's more or less completely ignorant about non-Tetris esports, is Genesis mostly a Smash tournament? I thought there were like multiple esports there, but 462 for Scuti, 526 for NEK0. NEK0 kind of developing a bit of a lead here. Scuti will Tetris, 2 Tetrises in a row. Oh, NEK0 up by a couple. USA 1, yep. Okay, there's CTW in 20 minutes. Don't go watch it though, stay here. This match might still be going on in 20 minutes. We might be at the decider. It's just considering how things have been going. 111 lines in for NEK0, 617 already. 576 for Scuti. What did this game not have so far? How about a crazy 18 pace? Why not throw that in as well? Hi, winner. Good to see you. Wait, winner, your PB's only 1.2? How are you so good? Yeah, both people in chat are educating me, but I need to watch this because we're about to transition. NEK0 going to get a couple Tetrises in a row. 7-10. Going to try to get one more. Just going to burn in, actually. 7-11. The 700k transition for NEK0. Blue Scuti not too far behind at 673 as we go into post. All right. We're saying I'm becoming more of a hockey fan. Yeah, hockey's great. The thing is, like, it's not a thing I played a lot as a kid because of, you know, you can't really. I mean, you played street hockey. Your aforementioned father is from Boston. I think he played a bit of hockey in like high school. But 818 for NEK0, 759 for Scuti. Go to get another Tetris. Goes up to 786. Both players clean. NEK0 looking out to even out his stack, will do so. Blue Scuti also a little awkward, but both players getting some good vertical pieces. Joe saying Genesis is mostly Smash. Is their biggest tournament now that they aren't in the Evo lineup. Okay. But they have other tournaments. There's the Smash is their, you know, main draw, I guess is. 930 for NEK0. Had a bit of a misshift, but is pacing, so. Just slow him down a little bit. Only ahead by about a Tetris. Despite the fact that he's 933 on 23. Scuti got a Tetris, goes up to 926. NEK0 trying to get himself cleaned up here. A couple more burns and he will be set up. Center well, one off the bottom. Bar ain't coming. Gonna have to take a few burns. We are in the first drought of the day, I would say. Both players experiencing it at the same time. Scuti going to get the bar. His board was pretty high. But it's going to come before things get too out of hand. He's going to take the real-time lead, as well as getting the max out. Lombard Tetris 1060 has a few holes in his stack. NEK0 not getting the pieces he needs for the tuck. Finally. Gonna spin that S in. Lombard Tetris for NEK0. He's going to max out on 26. 1127. Scuti already with the 1.1. Lombard Tetris goes up to 1160. And we both we're running into 27. Both players having calibration issues on this level. 1194 for Scuti. 1066 for NEK0. Scuti already with the 1.2 on 28. Room for more. There's a bar. There's a Tetris. 1298 for Scuti. NEK0 go to Tetris up to an 1172. Bar Tetris for Scuti. He's going to go in with a 1.3, not a low one. In fact, he got elite score, 1337. NEK0 already up to level 30, 1249. Both players having to take a few burns early on in post. Now they're clean. NEK0 getting set up. Going to get set up just in time for the bar. Has a bit of a deficit to make up here. A little under 100,000 points. Scuti's digging now though, and NEK0 is clean. Going to score. And there's another one just like that. Less than a Tetris separate the two, and Scuti is still digging. NEK0 1375. Scuti 1404. We're into level 32. Another banger, but misrotation from NEK0 up high. Bar doesn't have anywhere for the bar to go. That's it. NEK0 gonna top out at 1378. Scuti's good for game number 3. Goes up 2-1. He is gonna play this one out. You better believe it. 1538. Okay, not gonna get the pieces for it, but that's fine. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Got an S and a bar to start things off. That 1.3 was the lowest score from NEK0 so far, and he's 2-1 behind. What is this game? What is this set? There we go. Nice adjustment for the Vits. You better believe Jasmine was here for that one. NEK0 kind of jamming over there. Better believe it. William, do not curse it. Do not jinx it. You gotta believe in your heart that RNG will continue delivering the goods. There was a drought there in that game, kind of a mid-post one, and I think that's where Scuti developed most of his lead. Scuti keeps looking at me, I'm scared. Scuti sees all. That's why he's so good at Tetris. Lombard Tetris for Scuti, 1359, 159. I don't know where the 3 came from. 159 for Scuti, 120 for NEK0. Scuti with an early lead. I'm just saying, don't worry. He's looking at the tourists behind you. Simul Tetris. Everyone's favorite Tetris viewing experience. This is one of the first, I think I had 1 or 2 other ones, but I haven't had a lot of Div 1 matches this season, so excited for it. Not that I don't enjoy the lower Div matches that I have been restreaming. Those are awesome. I love doing it. But you know, nothing quite like Scuti versus NEK0. Top 10 matchups really or something else. 1276 for Scuti, 1276 for Scuti, 276 for Scuti, 260 for NEK0. We're about halfway to 19. I keep sneaking in an extra number for some reason. Apologies for that. You would think after, what, 4 years of restreaming now, I would be able to read numbers better. Scuti up a little high. Oh, he has a hole in his sack. This might be a little spicy. Got to get the bar and a second one for good measure. I think he was a little bit antsy about that, but bars will come in time. Keep trying to talk into my mic, which isn't plugged in. A little bit of a slowdown here for Scuti, not really getting the pieces, getting plastered with S's and Z's, and that's going to allow NEK0 to catch up. In fact, we are less than 1,000 points separating the two. 408 to 400. NEK0 got to take the lead with that Tetris. Scuti will get cleans up though. He'll be back to his Tetrising ways. No players are clean now. We're about 100 lines in, and NEK0 has developed a 2.5 Tetris lead. 492 to 435. There's the Vits setup. Gonna have to accept the cognitive drift here. A Vits setup. It's like ATM machine, but you know what? Sometimes words don't make sense. It's fine. 561 for NEK0. Another pretty big pace here. Another bar, another Tetris, 584. Maybe not like a 711 pace, but 607, room for a couple more. I was gonna say if it's set up. Yeah, you know, the S stands for setup, and like the, but, you know, people have started saying the Vits is the tuck itself. So, you know, just go with it. It's fine. I'm just like preemptively striking against the pendants. Both players are now in. 625 for Scuti, 658 for NEK0. People, you know, just kind of making up a guy getting mad at him, which is a favorite, which is a, you know, time-honored pastime here on the internet. Lombard Tetris for NEK0, 713. Scuti at 661. We're into level 20 now, almost 21. I'm a pro, and I did not say that. Kingsman, well, actually, nerd emoji ingot. I'm a pro, I would say. I'm not actually a pro. I mean, I run Tetris for the non-pros, but that doesn't mean I myself am not a pro. I'm probably not a pro player. I'm a pro restreamer though, at least semi-pro. Right? Someone has given me money for it before. 756 for Scuti, 777 for NEK0. NEK0 gonna turn his lines in hand into a Tetris. Into level 23, so simul Tetris. We're about halfway through post. Or a little under halfway through post, sorry. Have to say, just say vertical iTuck setup at 8+ syllables per second, and it'll take less than 1 second to say. Yeah, so just take the Spanish language strategy, I guess is what you're saying. 904 for NEK0, 912 for Scuti after that latest Tetris. We're really close though. NEK0 with a bit of a pace lead, and not very much of one though. Kaka saying, ARBS for Kaka Crew 2026. You escaped this year's group. Let me tell you, I've been playing terribly lately, so that very well might be so. I think I gotta take a comp break because it's getting bad. Both players have maxed out. Scuti now 10, 20, 43, kind of the dreaded level 27 at the moment. NEK0 1066. NEK0 holding on to less than a Tetris lead here. So, a little over a Tetris when they are equal in lines. Both players have now 1.1 early in 28. Why have a double 1.2 here if all goes to plan? There's a bar, there's a Tetris for NEK0. Both players, one more burn to go in. Blue Scuti to go in with a 1092. Sorry, 1192 after the latest Tetris. NEK0 going with the 1207, but up very high. Had a block as well right before the transition, and that's going to prove fatal. NEK0 going to top out at 1209. Blue Scuti is good for game number 4 and the set. GG's. A little bit of a bummer there. Just kind of the wrong pieces at the wrong moment for NEK0. But what a match. Scuti's going to mull this one out. Let's see what he can do. Yeah, set up Blue Scuti, a very tough nut to crack right now, but NEK0 definitely showing that he is kind of in the mix to be the one who ends this streak for him. Lombard Tetris versus Scuti up to 1459, still got plenty of room. NEK0 saying crazy good RNG and droughts on transitions. Yeah, that was a little bit, yeah, the RNG this time around was like weird. But it resulted in some really big games. A couple misdrops from Scuti. He can survive these though. I'm gonna try to get the rollover at the very least. So a lot of room for more. 1525 for him. $15.59 Scuti, not really staying clean here, but you know he's won, so whatever. Oh, there we go. Now you set up. Give him the bar. Give him the bar. Gets a triple. That's okay. Go to get the Tetris. Go to get the rollover.
Amazing. I feel like I don't have enough comp practice, so let's play along. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I do that sometimes when I listen to a DAS match. I play along to see if I would have beat one of the players. It works well if the game goes far. If it's an early top out, it doesn't mean much, but... Oh, Chiller getting a bit high. Already a drought. 31 drought. Though it's 18, so... It's very, very slow for these guys. Both players are clean. Another Tetris for the both of them. Chiller is one Tetris ahead. And 3 lines ahead for some reason. Dan having to create a hole on the left side. Nice burn with those Z pieces. Costanic J in the chat, welcome in. Shouting, yay, Tetris! Tetris for Dan, one off the ground. Chiller, one off the ground as well. Trying to go dirty. 2 off the ground actually. Neck and neck separated by a few thousand points. Ooh, first time chat user. Let's go play a long attempt. Ghost burning the 3k. Ooh. Not an easy sequence. Both players having to burn a lot of lines. Now Danvi in the lead, going for the left. Well set up. Going back to the right. Tetris for Chiller, still a Tetris behind at 60 lines. Freeze2 in the chat. The SZ spam somewhere is hard. Okay, Tetris for Dan. Vitz for Chiller. Chiller is clean. Dan is a bit dependent. Gets the L. Gets the bar for the Tetris, maintaining that very slight lead of now only 1,500 points. Nice adjustment of the T. Oh, Chiller is gonna go for like... Nah, no, they are not gonna be able to burn this efficiently, and no, I was wrong. Only cost them a burn. Chiller is 1% ahead in Tetris rate. Oh, never mind. Now Danvi is at 69%. And with that Tetris, Chiller is at 70%. Now 69 as well. Nice. I'm looking at the Tetris rates. Both players around 70%. So quite a decent game actually. Oh, Chiller having to burn again, looking for a long bar, column 5. But we are in a drought, 25, 26. There's the long bar, Danvi taking a 2 Tetrises advantage. As we're approaching transition, now Danvi is gonna need like an L and a square. Solve that. Okay, he's gonna turn it into a Vitz and gets the long bar for the Vitz. Both players can transition around at a high 500k. Danvi transitioning 585, 585, and Chiller transitioning at 544. So Danvi 2 Tetrises ahead at transition. Freeze2, the optimal game is both players at 69%. Yeah, I was hoping for that, but I don't think it happened. It was changing too rapidly. Danvi is high, quite high, needs to reopen the right side. Alright, nice burns by Danvi. He's reopened, still pretty high up the board, but getting those pieces left and right. Banks that Tetris. In the meantime, Chiller took the lead back, and now Danvi is taking it back once again. This is very neck and neck. Danvi only like 10k ahead. Tetris for Chiller. Chiller is clean, Danvi is clean. Actually, Chiller with a pace lead, they are like six lines behind. Tetris for Chiller. A very, very small pace lead, but it exists. got a very clean 19. Danvi needs a T to the left. Left not looking very good. Danvi 960 on level 26. Chiller 929 on level 26. Chiller a Tetris behind and 4 lines behind. So we are on the exact same pace. Danvi still with a complicated left side. Has to burn a few lines to fix that left. Oh, had nowhere to put that Z piece. And with those burns, Chiller is gonna take the lead. A65, A71 for Danvi. This is so close. Oh no, that miss! Rotation of the bar by Dan. Transitioning at A77. A77 transition, he's gonna burn that long bar. A83 transition for Chiller. Oh, Chiller misdropping a piece on 29. Can they survive this? Come on, come on. Oh no, they are not gonna get that square to the left. And Danvi is gonna be good for game 1. They transitioned within 5k of each other on 29. Very close game. It's like we could have started with a 29 start. Very clean first game. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, 1.113. Okay, that's a decent one, Maisie. But you still wouldn't have beaten Danvi. Both players are tied.